Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol SDRL. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just the past 2 days broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame, think it does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I should note, though, that this is kind of a tricky chart to talk about because there's a lot of perspective now that goes into it. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're a day trader and you bought right there, or maybe you bought right there, and you wanted to sell within 20 minutes after buying, then yeah, for you, the chart's looking kind of shaky. Now, if you care about the big picture of things, I get it. Yeah, the price has pulled back from its highs. But from the big picture, the bulls still have plenty of opportunity to build a higher base. And as long as there's higher bases being built over longer periods of time, that's how those long-term uptrends are constructed. I am going to be talking about things from a big picture perspective. So if I sound crazy calling something bullish, my guess would be you just had a different outlook and strategy going into the trade itself. And really, to summarize that, it all boils down to the level that I talked about in the video from Thursday, right there at about 29.5 cents. And while I'm not saying this will happen, just for example's sake and kind of to illustrate what I'm trying to get across about the big picture, let's say the price comes down here, bounces around, and then starts to work its way back upwards. Now, emphasis on big picture. From the big picture perspective, what would you have? Well, you'd have a set of lows there. You'd have a set of lows there. You'd have these lows down there. If you picture each of these as stair steps, well, hey, now you have overall stair steps progressing in the upwards direction. And again, that's the name of the game. That's what a truly strong move is going to do over time. It's going to make progress forward. And in this situation, progress being defined as 29.5 cents. Now, again, I realize that if you're a day trader and you bought up here or right there, then yeah, you couldn't care less about these stair steps. But that's why I try to offer up a warning that I would be talking about things from more of a grander scheme type viewpoint. And when sure, the price pulled back today, but stop and think about that word, today, as in 1 day. Looking at multiple days, which is what we're doing here, you can see the bulls do still have a chance to build that higher base. So that'll be priority number one going into next week. Not necessarily breaking levels of resistance, but going through a healthy consolidation and building a higher base by staying up above 29.5. So let's see if the bulls can get that job done or not. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.